Hello, human beings! I am Chickem, the other human, and for this video, it's going to be my first coding one. I've never really recorded myself coding or anything, but I have screen recorded, or screen shared, me coding with one of my friends, Darko. So, I don't know if that counts or anything, but yeah. So, feedback is really cool and stuff. Yeah, feedback's cool. Yeah. What I want to finish today is a reload warning, so whenever you shoot, it'll warn you that your ammo's empty and you have to reload, because way too often am I playing my game and I have to shoot and I don't even know my ammo's empty. And this happened to one of my other friends that were playtesting it as well. And he asked me to add this actually. So this is why I'm doing it. And this also happened while I was recording the showcase. So I've already made a basic script which was shared between all the other text scripts, but I already made a basic one for specifically the reload text. So it should be pretty simple to add everything in, right? All I have to do is just add in the script to when it actually shows up. That should be pretty easy. It only took a little bit to finish. And those are all clips of when it didn't work. And here's how I actually broke it. The first time I broke, it was pretty easy to guess. When I ran out of ammo, it constantly spawned in the reloading text because it was in a process function. And process function will run every process frame, which is basically just every frame. So it just constantly be spawning in, and I'm kind of surprised on how my computer didn't crash. So to fix that, I decided, oh yeah, I need to just complicate it a lot. Way too much actually. So what you're looking at right now is my beloved, my ever so perfect and beautiful godot feature called node groups. Basically how it works is that it's kind of like a variable, and then you would check it true or false to make it say, oh yeah, if node player is in the group player, then check it true or false. And then you can, in the script, say if player is in the group player, then HP equals 3 or whatever like that. What I tried to do was add the parent node, which is the player, into the reload group, which I made. And then it would only spawn if it's not in that group, okay? And then it will despawn if it is. No, yeah, it'll despawn if it is. And that didn't exactly work at all, actually. I honestly can't think of why it didn't work, but it didn't, so I tried to fix it a lot of times, and none of them worked. So my awesome, smart, huge, just ginormous coding brain, okay? My awesome, huge, big, smart coding brain sparked an idea, okay? So what if, hear me out, what if I just delete the whole thing, put it in a better place, and make it simpler as well? Yeah. So I did exactly that. But now, there's a new problem, okay? The text is a folder player. And that was, it's pretty easy to guess why. Because I only set its global position once, and since it's only set once, it'll always be there. It doesn't exactly follow it if it's set there, and it's not set somewhere else constantly. Anyways, for the first while, I was lost in what to do. I was just wandering around with my cursor, not knowing how to fix it or why it broke. Then, whoa, okay, another spark. And the spark told me to add a script in the text that will follow the player's global position. Okay. So, this is how it works. What you have to do is simply assign the text global position to the variable's global position, as well as put in a function process so that it runs every frame. Okay? And then boom, easily fixed, didn't even have to try. Easy, hell yeah, too easy. Godot too easy, yeah. Now all I have to do is have darker not rip my eyes out because it's not centered. Okay, with that done, my next and last task is to make a damage text appear in random directions, okay? Which is fairly easy. Before I added this, I would just have a set position which would just stay there constantly, not moving. It would just appear and then disappear. You know, it's kind of lame, you know, it's kind of boring, it's kind of not cool, it's not tough, tis tough PMO, you know, PMO me off, you know, yeah. So first what I do is remove that entire line in case it just overrides it, because I don't want to code all of that and then have that override it and me look for what's wrong and then just have it be that. So I just remove that first. So how you do this is that you get a color rect, okay? And then you size it up to where you want the max positions to be. And that's it. That's it for the scene. I just have to size it. Just spawn a color rect, size it, position it, and done. It's so easy, okay? And the script, it's not even that bad. The script is pretty easy as well. So, all I have to do is make a variable, assign the color rect to that variable called, for me it was spawn position, but you guys can call it whatever. And then, inside the enemy script, I have to grab the enemy's ID or whatever it's called. I have to grab the enemy so that it knows where to be, so it doesn't just spawn into a random coordinate. Instead, it'll spawn at the enemy and spawn a random coordinate within the enemy. Okay. So now back to the text script. I opt to make a separate function because it's more organized and it also looks cooler because I like return values a lot. So what I need this function to do is return a value, and that value has to be a vector 2. A vector 2 is just a 2D plane. Vector 2 is just a 2D plane. So it's just x and y, okay? But before it can return a value, I actually need the value that it should return. You can't just put down vector 2 because that'll have nothing inside of it. It'll have no value within it. So, time to get the values. This is where we use the color rect, okay? We separate the color rects, x size and y size, and then put it inside separate variables. So we have x equals color rect dot size dot x, and then the same thing for the y, but y instead of x. And then we randomize them with a randiff because vector 2s are floats and you can't combine you can't turn an integer into a float. So then we randomize them, and then within the return value you get the vector 2 and you put them back together there. So x position, comma, y position, and it'll be whatever it's randomized to. And then you do return that vector 2, and then that function will have that value that it returned. And boom, it works. Now, after my daily dose of PTSD via everything breaking randomly, that's gonna be the end of this video. I'm probably not gonna upload again until after Christmas. So Merry Christmas and see you then. And see you till then. Bye bye.